Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamlesh, and Kamlesh Dukaika. And together with Nitin, we, as you might have heard, we started the CafSciMu initiative in Mauritius. I mean, it was then some form ad hoc. We want to make this a regular event. We both ourselves graduates in science, came back, and we want to, interact with people, share these ideas, and bring amazing guests. So today is our first event, so we're pretty excited, and we're also learning how to, and we are very, very grateful to Flying Dodo and the whole team for hosting us for the first event, and I'm sure we'll be wonderful guests. We will be also wonderful guests. Anyway, so I introduced Nitin and myself. There's also Tasneem, who is helping with some registration at the back. Then we have the wonderful team of DigiCast, led by Alex, who is somewhere there, and Kiran and Silvano. So they are experts in multimedia production when it comes to webcasting and everything. But they're recording for the event for the first time for us today. We thank Flying Dodo, of course, as I said earlier, for hosting us, for putting the posters out. We also were featured on Cause.mu and YouMove. And we are so glad you all came. I guess I know many of you personally. Many of you know Nitin personally. Maybe Nadim and other people from word of mouth. You all showed up here. Amazing. This is our first event. I will stick to English because our guests are coming from South Africa. And I hope everyone is fine with English. But you can interact in French and English and Creole, and we'll translate it to them. So let us not have language be an impediment for the discussion and the debate. So the theme is astronomy, astrophysics, and we have Professor Bruce Bassett and Nadim Uzia as our guest. So I'll introduce Nadim Uzia. Nadim is also a personal friend of us, Nitin and myself, but he's one of our own. He's been through the schooling in Mauritius, and he got up to the University of Mauritius, where he, in collaboration with some institutions in India, he got his PhD in astrophysics. Correct me if I'm wrong this time. Then Nadim worked for a while in Mauritius before moving for a postdoc research. Postdoc means after you do doctoral studies in physics or in science or any subject, then you want to do research as a supervisor. And now he's currently commissioning scientists at the Square Kilometer Array. So you might mention, what is the Square Kilometer Array? And that's what we're going to find out throughout the talk. As we see in the poster, the Square Kilometer Array, the SKA, is one of the biggest scientific projects happening on this African continent. And it will revolutionize science and technology in the coming years. And in this talk, we will see what we as Mauritians can do to get involved in this mega project. The point is for you guys, non-scientists, scientists alike, to come together in a non-academic setting, around a drink, around friends, and talk about science, and that it's part of our everyday life. So if you don't have any science background and your friends do not come because they don't do science, that's not the point. Everyone is welcome. The whole point is to have interaction, discussion, and debate. Okay? Donc, comme je vous ai dit, on va passer en anglais, on va rester en anglais, mais vous êtes bienvenus à discuter en français, et puis on va traduire s'il faut pour Bruce. Donc voilà, et that's it, right? So we'll pass on the mic to Nadim, who's going to be having the first talk, Mauritius in the Age of African Astronomy.